And starting by, let's start laying on our back. So we'll make our way eventually up to standing and through the Chandra Namaskar or moon salutations at the end of class, knowing that our Chandra class or moon-based class, right? Chandra means moon, all things lunar, looking at the invisible parts of ourselves, looking at the relationship to self, turning inwards, which is always a theme in our yoga practice, and doing the moon salutations at the end of the practice, the asana practice, instead of the beginning. So you can come to a space where you're laying on your back. I would recommend bringing your feet flat with the feet far apart and then letting your knees fall in and maybe they touch one another near the center, knees towards center, feet apart. But if you like a different shape laying on the ground, you can lay however you want, including on your side or your belly if that feels better, because we will be here for a few moments just checking in with the breath, starting with a little bit of intentional breathing or pranayama. And so we'll start with an Ujjayi pranayama, which is the foundation for all of our pranayama practices in and out of the nose. The foundation of Ujjayi is in and out of the nose with a slight constriction or a little bit of control at the back of the throat. This control makes a little vibration or ocean-like sound, both on the inhale and the exhale. Sometimes it's more natural on the exhale, like the fogging up of a mirror. But you can keep the same constriction engaged on the inhale as well. So kind of just noticing the space at the back of the throat as you inhale and as you exhale, being gentle and playful with that engagement at the back of the throat, just noticing the subtleness of the vibration of the breath. Noticing any other vibrations moving in or around the body, allowing this as your time to begin the check-in process, checking in with the physical body, the mental body, controlling the breath in and out of the nose. Noticing what pulls you away from the focus on the practice and trying to bring yourself back every time. So as the moon grows larger here, energy will grow or build at least throughout the class, layering one movement, one breath on top of the other. That accumulation of practice holding some importance as we repeat over and over again a few movements, but always repeat the breath. With the breath, repeating intention. So often I bring in the intention of fullness for Chandra Yoga. Fullness, being present, fully aware, or any other aspect of fullness that speaks to you today. Just a few more breaths here. Filling and emptying the lungs, seeing if you can iron out or smooth out the spaces between the inhales and the exhales, creating a steady flow from one part of the breath into the next. Those two complementary parts working together, just like the dark part and the light part of the moon. One more breath here with the intention, bringing the mind back anytime it wanders, back to breath and body here. Listen to the body as we move through. So you're always welcome to take a shape that feels good in your body. You never have to do my suggestions. That's all they are, suggestions. And if the eyes are closed, maybe drawing the eyes to lightly open if you feel ready for that. Engaging lightly at the lower abdominals, belly button pulls towards the spine, and then one at a time, lift the knees towards the chest. Maybe give the knees a squeeze behind or in front of the shins. You could lift and lower the head one time, rounding at the back of the neck. Keep the breath steady as we move through practice. So the breath continues to move in and out of the nose. Head comes back to the floor if it's lifted. And then from here, you could rock and roll forward and back on your spine a few times, or you could choose to roll over onto one side, whatever feels good as you navigate to seated in a few breaths. And we'll actually pass directly through seated to a hands and knees shape. So as you do navigate to seated, cross the ankles, plant the hands, and find yourself sort of in the middle of your mat, stacking your shoulders over your wrists and your hands, shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. That's where we're going. Nice. So from here, we'll take some cat and cow movements. Inhale, lifting and opening the front side of the body, tailbone's high, top of head is high. Exhaling the opposite direction. So tailbone and top of head will eventually direct down towards the earth. Belly pulls into the spine. As you inhale, lift and open through the front body. Allow your entire inhale to carry you through this cow spine movement. And exhale the opposite direction, following the length of the breath. Perhaps drawing out the length of the breath to match the length of the movement if that feels good. If you want to move side to side or around and around, you're welcome to go through any movements that feel nice here. Working through the spine, as well as the hips, the shoulders, even into the ankles, wrists, and toes a little bit could be possible, depending on what shapes you take. Encouraging yourself towards a downward facing dog in the next few breaths if you feel ready. Spreading the fingers nice and wide. Maybe walking the feet out, so no need to straighten the knees ever, but especially not right at the beginning. So you could walk the feet, keep the knees bent, whatever feels good. Maybe shake out the head and neck. Check in with your breath, in and out of the nose, bringing the mind fully into this moment. And to help us warm up the body here, we'll walk the feet just 1 or 2 inches closer towards the hands. And then gently lift your left foot up towards the sky. Roll out your ankle, flex and point your foot, rolling the ankle both directions, of course. And then maybe do the same with the knee. You can bend and straighten the knee. Draw circles with your right knee in both directions. Maybe open the left knee by directing your left knee towards the sky, one hip stacking on top of the other. And then just exhale, slowly bring the left foot down and replace it on the floor for the right to rise up. Start with the foot and the ankle, roll it out in a few directions, open and close the toes, point and flex the foot. And then maybe work into your knees, straightening and lengthening, drawing big or small circles. Steady with the breath, knowing this is definitely a challenging space to be. Usually that three-legged dog is. Maybe bending the knee and opening the hip. And gently bringing both feet to the floor, coming to a more still down dog. 3 breaths in downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, feeling hands on the floor, head hangs or chin tucks. First part of our Chandra flow here is you inhale onto your tippy toes, bring the gaze towards the thumbs, slowly exhale, putting the knees onto the floor. Inhale, lift the chest, open the heart, untuck the toes, cow spine. Exhale, intentionally round the tailbone between the heels so the feet stay parallel behind you, similar to a child's pose, but not quite. Inhale, tops of feet press down as you rise to your tabletop through a cat spine, and then exhale, downward facing dog. So we'll go through this a few more times. Inhale, tippy toes. Gaze forward as you exhale, slowly come down to hands and knees. Untucking the toes, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the tailbone over the heels, forehead towards the floor. Inhale, look forward, hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last round, inhale, tippy toes. For now, exhale, hands and knees. Inhale, look up, open chest. Exhale, hips over heels. Inhale, lift to hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale, left foot rises. Exhale, step the left foot forward, coming into an open triangle here. So take your time setting yourself up for success, starting with your feet, lengthening through the legs where it feels good, using a block if you need to, or just holding onto your left shin with your left hand. The right arm might rise up to the sky. You can also leave your right hand on your hip or wrap it behind your back. Listen to the shoulders, the chest, the breathing. Find fullness in this posture. And I thought we'd try this side to side transition a few times first today. So as you inhale, rise up, reach up to a star shape, turning your heels in and your toes out. Exhale, bend your knees and your elbows. Inhale, come back to that star and pivot your feet towards the right, getting ready for triangle on side two. Take an exhale. Reach that right hand down. Now take your time here. Find triangle, breathe in and out of the nose. A few breaths here to feel triangle on the right side body. We're reaching towards the sky, maybe with left hand. As you exhale, bring left hand to the floor, frame your foot at the back of the mat, and step the right foot up and back on an inhale to three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot to the floor. Inhale up to your tippy toes. Exhale, hands and knees. Inhale, lift the chest, open heart. Exhale, hips over heels. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot rises. And then exhale, left foot steps forward. Come back to triangle, left foot under left hand, right arm reaching up. So now facing the opposite side that we were before, working towards that Chandra flow. One more breath here. Trikonasana, triangle pose. As you inhale, rise up to a star shape, heels turn in. As you exhale, bend your knees and your elbows. Inhale, come to a star, pivot your feet towards the right and the front edge of your mat. And then exhale, reach your right hand down towards your shin, ankle, or toe, finding triangle, Trikonasana, side two. Open triangle, maybe gazing upwards. Lightness in the heart. As you exhale, bring the left hand to the floor, framing your right foot. We're facing the front of the mat. Lift the back heel as you inhale, right foot rises to that three-legged dog at the back of the mat. And then exhale, both feet on the floor. Inhale onto your tippy toes. Exhale, the knees come down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hips over heels. We'll stay in a traditional child's pose or take the option for side body stretch here. Maybe walking the right hand, both hands to the right side of the mat. So you're lengthening left side body. You could stack the hands or grab opposite elbow, allowing the head to drop between the arms. If that feels good, breathe into that length on left side body here. Finding some stillness, drawing the mind inward if it wanders away. Inhale to look up, walk your hands over to the left side. If you took side body stretch on side one, you might like it on side two. Crawling the hands to the left side and finding space where the head can drop. The right side body is lengthening. Breath continues deep and gentle through the nose, Ujjayi Pranayama. Gently coming back through to center space. If you're not there already, inhaling, rise to hands and knees. And then from here, we'll step the left foot forward, coming to a 90-degree angle at both knees for a low lunge variation. So as you rise, right knee is planted under right hip on the floor, right knee on the floor under right hip. And then the left knee in front here is at a 90-degree angle if you can be, so it takes some real focus at the core. Fold up your yoga mat for an extra layer of cushion if you need it under that right knee. Press lightly into the top of the back foot. Maybe inhale, arms reach out wide. Exhale, wrap the left elbow on top of the right. The hands can hug the shoulders or wrap around one another here for some breath. If you wrap the hands, maybe lift the fingertips to the sky. Try to maintain a neutral spine in any shape where you land. Steadiness at center of gravity between Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, pelvic floor and belly button. Next, inhale, release the arms wide again out to a T. Exhale, hands coming to the floor. Now you can step or crawl the left foot forward, coming to a lower lunge. Maybe move your left foot off to the left side a little bit here. We're twisting now, planting the right hand, dropping the hips low as the left hand comes to left knee. So once you feel set up in your twist here, you could stay as you are or lift the left arm up. Maybe find some of those same movements in the wrist, fingers, and elbow that we did in the arm, the leg as well. So movement or stillness, left arm lifted or on the knee. And then exhaling, the left hand comes down. Make sure that left foot walks back towards the center line of the mat. So kind of traditional low lunge with both hands framing the left foot. Shift your weight back now again. So the weight comes back over that left knee, maybe flexing the left foot or pointing the toe as you inhale, look forwards for this half split variation. And then exhale, fold your head, nose towards your knee. Nice. As you inhale here, gaze forward, stepping onto the left foot. So coming back through a low lunge, tuck the toes behind you and lift the knee. Crawl over to the right side of your yoga mat, paralleling the feet to a wide-legged forward fold. So you may need to step the feet closer together, hands or fist flat on the floor as you inhale to look forward. Feet parallel or toes turn in as you fold. You can walk the hands back. You could also bring the hands behind the back if that feels good. Any forward fold you like. We'll stay for a little bit of time inverted here with the head hanging as comfortably as it can. Breathe deeply in and out of the nose. As you inhale, come up halfway, hands flat under the shoulders once again. Exhale, crawl towards the front of your mat, pivoting on the feet, and step left foot up and back on an inhale to three-legged dog. Exhale, both feet to the floor. Inhale onto your tippy toes. The heels come high. Gaze forward and exhale, slowly lower knees to ground. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look under, cat spine. And as you come out of that cat spine, you can slowly bring the right foot forward to a 90-degree angle at the knee. Left knee on the ground, same setup. So we've got left side stacked, shoulder, hip, and knee. Grounded where you need to be, lifted where you can at the core. Front foot stacked under the right knee. And then inhale the arms out wide, out to a T shape, right elbow over left for a hug along the shoulders, or wrapping the hands around one another. Come deeply into the breath here. Back to this Chandra intention of fullness, being present with the breath and the body. Next inhalation, open the arms wide to a T, and then exhale to release hands to the floor. So here you can step the right foot forward, maybe opening it off to the side a little bit for the twisted variation in low lunge. So dropping the hips low, finding your base first with the left hand planted, and then right hand comes to right knee to help you start that twist. You could stay here or reach right hand to the sky, maybe rolling out wrist, elbow, shoulder, whatever feels good here. Nice. As you exhale, bring the right hand down. We'll frame the right foot. So bring that right foot back towards center line and then pressing into the right foot, straighten through the leg any amount as the hips shift back over left knee. Inhale, looking forward and folding head drops as you exhale into this half split variation on side two. Nice. Inhale, gazing forward. From here, we'll bend into this right knee and tuck the back toes, lifting the back knee. We're going straight back to a three-legged dog. So with control, lift that right leg up and back, inhaling to reach high, exhaling both feet to the floor. Inhale to, let's walk the feet forward, crossing the ankles to sit down behind the feet, coming into a seated Upavishta Konasana variation, taking the feet to a wide angle. 90 degrees or wider, whatever feels good, flexing at the heels. You can keep your hands on your legs, you reaching down towards your toes, or you can keep your hands on the floor in front of you, as well as using any props, maybe coming to the elbows. Whatever feels good as you forward fold here. Some of our deepest and most intentional breaths so far, Ujjayi Pranayama, finding fullness here. Inhale, rising out of any forward fold here and gently bringing the feet close together, flat on the floor. We'll squeeze the knees close, either behind the hamstrings or around the shins. Inhale, lift the top of the head towards the top of the sky. And exhale, chin to chest. I don't know if there is a top of the sky, but there must be. Chin to chest, you can find stillness here. Maybe close the eyes and draw the mind inward. Inhale, gazing forward, separate the feet, holding now backs of knees or backs of legs and rolling down onto the spine. Once you arrive there, walk the feet close to your hips, parallel to one another, hands flat on the floor, palms face down. Inhale to gently lift only the tailbone, still touching low back to the floor. So just hovering the tailbone a half an inch or less off of the floor, and then lifting, maybe the low back will come up with control slowly, maybe with the mid back resting here, with the knees long and parallel, the belly pulling in, the breath steady, shoulders soft. And gently exhale the hips all the way down to the floor. We'll repeat that one more time. So taking as much time as you need with it. If you want to lift the tailbone and the hands to hover, you could do that, stay there, or lift the low back and keep lifting the hands. Once the hands reach towards the sky, you can leave them there, lifting the hips as high as they want to go, keeping the shoulders locked down in their sockets, so not actually reaching as high as you can with the hands, which is holding them up there, breathing in and out of the nose. Open chest, parallel knees, belly pulls in. Exhale to come all the way down. From here, bring the arms maybe out to a T or cactus-like shape, both knees together, and then twisting the knees over to the left. You can keep the knees bent or straighten them out, wrap them around. Breathing in and out of the nose. This is the last posture we'll do before moving into Chandra Namaskara, moon salutation. Super duper practice. So coming back to the breath every time the mind wanders. And when we move through any part of class, but especially the final flow, don't worry if your breath isn't matching my cue. Just keep breathing, knowing that breathing and movement, eventually they'll start to cue up as you go. Inhale, knees through center space over to the right side. Maybe gaze over the left shoulder as you twist knees to the right, breathing in and out of the nose. Gently from here, we'll inhale both knees through center space, just like we did before. You can roll to one side to come up or rock and roll on the spine, moving through a hands and knees shape and coming to child's pose, any variation you like. From child's pose variation, we'll move through Chandra Namaskara. So taking a few moments here to really draw the mind inward, focus on the breath. Remember that intention of fullness, whether that's what it was for you or some different aspect of fullness that you brought to Chandra Yoga this evening. Continue moving with the breath as you inhale. Next time, rise up to hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot rises. And exhale, step the left foot forward. Come into Parsvottanasana. Look up, inhale, straightening through the left leg. Exhale, folding nose towards left knee. Open triangle, right hand rises as you inhale, reach up. Exhale, right hand back to the floor. Left hand rises, twisted triangle, inhale. Exhale, stay where you are, maybe just gazing down. Inhale, rise up to that star shape. Arms are wide, heel turns in. Exhale, knees bend. They don't have to bend a lot. Inhale, back to feet together, hands high. Urdhva Hastasana. Grab the left wrist as you exhale, lean to the right. I almost forgot this part. Inhale, center. I got us ready in child's pose. Exhale, lean to the left. Switch the grip at the wrist. Inhale, now we come back to a star, reaching arms out, heels in. Exhale, knees and elbows bend. Yes. Inhale, open up to a star, but pivot towards your right foot. Exhale, left hand towards the floor. Look up on the inhale, right hand rising. Exhale, you can stay here, maybe just look down. Inhale, left hand rises. Okay, that's what it is. Open triangle. And then exhale, both hands frame the right foot. Inhale, look forward, pyramid prep. Exhale, fold nose to knee. Inhale, bend the knee, reach the right foot up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, both feet to the floor. Inhale to tippy toes. Exhale, hands and knees. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, child's pose. We'll keep going. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Left foot rises. Inhale. Step forward as you exhale, pyramid prep. Inhale, look up, frame the foot. Exhale, fold. Be gentle on the body, opening the triangle. Inhale, right hand rises. Exhale, right hand comes back down. twisting the triangle. Inhale, left hand rises. Exhale, look down. Inhale, everything rises for a star. Exhale, knees and elbows bend. Feet together, hands high on the inhale. Grab the left wrist and lean to the right as you exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, side two. Next inhale is center and a star. Exhale, knees and elbows bend. Inhale, star to pivot right. Left hand twists for triangle. Right hand rises as you inhale, look up. Exhale, right hand comes to the floor. Inhale, left hand rises, opening triangle. Exhale, both hands to the floor. Frame your foot, look up as you inhale. Fold forward, nose to knee, exhale. Bending that knee as you inhale, reach up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, both feet to the floor. Inhale, tippy toes. Gaze forward as you exhale, slowly dropping the knees. Slow motion here. Inhale, look up, cow spine. Exhale, hips over heels. We're going to go through one more full rotation. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, down dog. Left foot rises and steps forward. Inhale to look up, straightening left knee, framing the foot. Exhale, fold. Open triangle. It's an inhale. Exhale, bring right hand down. Left hand rises on the inhale. Exhale, gaze down. Inhale, open to that star. Take your time. Exhale, heels, knees bend. Inhale, star and center, hands high. Lean to the right as you pull on the left wrist. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean the other way. Inhale, center and star. Exhale, knees and elbows bend. Back to fullness here as you inhale, open to the star and pivot to the right. Left hand comes down on the exhale. Look up as you inhale, that right arm reaching high. Exhale, right hand to the floor. Open triangle as you inhale. Exhale, both hands to the floor, framing right foot as you inhale, look up. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, reach right foot up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, both feet on the floor. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, hands and knees. Inhale, look up, open chest. Exhale, child's pose. Holy moly, we're almost done. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. Left foot, inhale. Step forward, exhale. Look up, inhale. Nose to knee, exhale. Open triangle, inhale. Close the triangle, exhale. Twisted triangle, left hand rises, inhale. Exhale, you can gaze down. Inhale, rise to an open star. Exhale, knees and elbows bend. Inhale, star, hands high, feet together. Lean to the right as you exhale. Inhale, center, switch the grip. Exhale, lean left. Inhale, center and star. Exhale, knees and elbows bend. Inhale, star to twist. Left hand down on the exhale. Right hand rises, inhale. Exhale, right hand back to the floor. Open triangle, inhale, left hand to the sky, open chest. Exhale, frame the foot, two hands on the floor. As you look up, inhale, nose to knee, exhale. Bend the knee as you inhale, up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, both heels to the floor. Inhale, lift the heels, tippy toes. Exhale, knees come down. Inhale, lift the chest, open heart. Exhale, child's pose. You can stay in child's pose Encourage it for a few breaths at least. Forehead on the floor if that feels good. Any variation, hands forward or back. Also, the option to round into rabbit coming onto the top of the head, either holding the heels or leaving the hands back on the floor by the feet. Third and final option is to put your feet above your head for a few moments as the final asana of this sequence before finding Shavasana, which we'll stay in for a few minutes. So we have about 1 minute to have our feet above our head or our head on the floor, maybe a combination of both. Deep breathing in and out of the nose, Ujjayi Pranayama, being fully aware of this moment. If the feet are still elevated, returning them to the floor. If you're not in child's pose, finding your way there for a few breaths of rest. Turning inward, scanning the body. If there are any final breaths or postures that the body's asking for, please give it time and space to do whatever it needs before Shavasana. My favorite transition is the roll over onto the side and then the back from child's pose into Shavasana. So you can take your transition into Shavasana however you like. Any transition is perfect, finding your way to laying on the back or side if that feels better, or belly. Perhaps finding a space where you can close the eyes. The mind might start to wander, so if it does that, try to bring it back to a space of observation where it's just noticing the body, noticing the sensation of the body on the floor, or noticing the third eye center between the brows, but allowing yourself this time and your space to just be. Allow the physical body to rest, the breath to relax, settling into whatever natural rhythm it wants to take, and resting here in Shavasana for a few minutes. Chandra Yoga, being fully aware of this moment. Gently encourage the mind back into the space if it's not here already, just noticing for a moment, not changing anything, not asking anything, but just noticing the body, noticing the breath, noticing if the mind was elsewhere. Trying to release any judgment, release any opinion, and just observe for another moment or two exactly as you are. And then when you do feel ready, you can bring breath back with intention. So breathing through the nose, slowly, patiently, feeling that expansion or movement from the inside out. Not only the expansion and movement of the breath, but any other movement or expansion you feel, any stillness or silence that you notice, being open to this experience, to this moment, fully present as you start to breathe and move your way back, eventually maybe rolling over to one side or making your way to a seated shape. Could keep the eyes closed or bring the eyes to gently open, whatever feels more comfortable here as you make your way eventually back to seated, knowing that there's no rush to get there. Take as much time as you need. As you do find your way back to seated, maybe resting the hands in the lap or joining the palms of the hands together in front of your heart center in Anjali Mudra. We'll finish with the mantra Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, followed by the sound of one Om. You can join in if you'd like. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Many, many thanks for practicing yoga, Chandra yoga, with me, with us, with yourself, with the moon and the universe which surrounds you. Your effort is appreciated, as well as your surrender. Both are equally valuable and amazing. So thanks for being here. Thank you for your practice. A reminder that Thursday flow down is now at 12 p.m. I moved it away from 6 p.m. because summertime doesn't need so many evening times. They're too challenging for me anyways, but I'm up for the challenge on Tuesday night. Cool. Okay, adios amigos. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.